Hey folks, Quill18 here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Dwarf Fortress. Now, one thing I want to do real quick, now that we've especially got a decent bookkeeper, I want to check to see if there's anything verboten. I'm not sure if there's a quick way to find that. And what I mean by verboten, I mean things like this that are marked as forbidden, that we want to unforbid because we want to claim it, right? I think I've talked about it before that. Especially things that fall off of people in battle, by default, are forbidden, so that way your dwarves don't run off into the middle of the battle and pick things up, because that would be really annoying. So actually, I guess at this point, it's just going to be those bolts that were probably fired during hunting. But later on, you can find quite a bit of armor and clothing and things if you kill goblins and such. In fact, in Dwarf Fortress, the joke is to call that goblinite. It's like a new kind of mineral. It's a mineral that falls off of goblins. You mine goblins. Do I have any doors? I do. Alright, good. So, doors for our hospital, and this is our little tunnel down here that we have built with our dwarf. There we go. So, we have done that successfully. You can see there's a little ramp here, which is exactly what we want. And the last thing we want to do, now that we have a flat surface for them to work from, we can channel here. And what will happen is the dwarf will stand here, channel there, and therefore not plunge to his or her death. So we're going to get that set up, and then we'll build some wells. Well. We'll need buckets, we'll need rope. We did trade for some rope, so that'll be okay. Looks like we did, in fact, butcher one of our guard dogs. So let's go and assign a new one, like so. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, that's the other thing I can do. I can build cage? J? J for cage. We're gonna start decking out this hall with like things that we have collected. So I'm gonna expand thing with X. I'm actually gonna release the. Oh, I got 2 female cavibores. Never mind. So we'll get all 4 cages down then. Cavibore and the turkey gobbler. Like so. So, I mean, they're not particularly exciting animals, but they're there. Frankly, I don't know if I would want to eat where these animals are, because, I don't know, they can't smell good, right? But apparently dwarves don't care. So, just putting doors on these bedrooms. Let's go over here. And these will look much nicer once everything is smoothed out as well. A bed. Okay, and containers for down here. No, we still just got bags. Are we still making coffers? No. Rock coffer. No! You know what? Go ahead, build me a coffin. I'm sure we're going to need it at some point. Rock coffer. Build 30. We're going to need lots of them. Because we'll need more bedrooms at some point as well. And I think now that the doors have been assigned, I can assign bedrooms. Yeah. Or create bedrooms. Not actually allocating them. We have some animals that are starving in the bedroom because they have not been assigned to the pen. Let's go to the bottom, assign. Again, we're going to ignore the ones that are in cages. We really don't need to do it with the cats and things, actually. Okay, and hopefully I didn't take that dog. We can consider adding some more roles here, like the sheriff, hammerer, chief medical dwarf we've talked about before. And militia captain, it'll just create an infinite number of these. You only have one militia commander, but then it'll add more and more captains, for one captain for every squad, sort of automatically. So you don't have to worry about ever assigning that, because it creates a new militia captain, a new squad from here. I don't know if we need a sheriff or a hammer right now, but I suppose we could, you know, consider doing something like that. Oh, right, I have my military active. I forgot about that. So, sheriff, yeah, right, because they'll need an office. So, can I just, like... I guess I can replace it, leave vacant for now. Yeah, that'll be fine. So my squad, we're going to deactivate them. Have them stand down, start going back to work. But I did want them to equip themselves. I forgot that I'd done that. And I really need to set up a training area. In fact, I think that what I might do is set up a training area over here. This will be the barracks. I like that plan. For multiple reasons. That's also where the lever is to block this off. Yeah, that's going to be good. So, setting up a barracks is pretty easy. There's a lot of different ways to do it. I like to create some armor stands, though. I think you can make it out of rock. So we're going to create a pair of those. And, right, there's the archery. Oh, no, we don't have to build those. So, yeah, that's fine. So I'm going to set a couple of armor stands in here. Also some coffers and some beds. Well, we don't want to fight where the beds are, because I think that'll wake them up. Maybe we won't have beds in here. We'll just have a training room. Add some coffers so they can store their civilian clothes and then their weapons. It's a pretty nice little setup to do it that way. Bum, 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 bum. Like a bunch of crap here, but yeah, storage continues to be a problem. Build. Traction. Where's the traction thing? Traction bench. Oh, I was looking right at it. Shift R. So we've got 3. So I will build 3 here. And then I will build beds right next to them. And then we also need operating tables, though. We actually need to construct some tables. Right, I've got some for the dining room. So I'm going to queue a few others. I'm going to queue 3 more. So we'll get that going on. We can also build containers. Do I not have a water source assigned? Oh, are we frozen over? That's why. Right, but we can probably build that well, right? Yeah! Alright, so build. Now a well is the L key, so BL. We need a bucket. We need an available bucket. So let's queue that up. We can make... I don't think we can make a rock bucket, but we can make metal ones or wooden buckets, and we will just make a wooden bucket. We'll actually make a few of them because we can use them for different stuff. I will make that a max priority job, although I guess there's beds. This will be made by the carpenter, I believe, so we'll try to get that going. We should have the extra ropes to spare, and that should be all we need. Maybe we need a block? Do we need a mechanism? I'm not sure. Do we have mechanisms? We might. I'll queue up a few more just to make sure. Queue up 4. We can use them for traps and things later on as well. This person is thirsty. This should be okay, though. This should be able to get a drink. Why does he not have a job? Is his job not get drink? We're good on drinks. We don't have a ton of them. Brew. Keep that going. And we could also set it as an infinite repeating job. But then what happens, it'll cancel the first time. Yeah, need food storage. Oh, brew drink right in there, yeah. So, need storage item. Do we need more buckets or barrels? Let's create 30 of them. Just get it going. You know what? There's more wood. There's always more wood. Chop down more trees. Chop down all the trees. We have to forbid the water, though, so no one drowns. I think we do it with I? No. Designate? Traffic area? restricted traffic area. So designate restricted, or designate traffic area, restricted traffic area. And then what we can do is tell them, do not walk on the water. Don't be Jesus. Technically, this is going to block off a few otherwise viable tiles. Mostly I'm worried about the river, and I don't have to do all the river squares. I mean, if they wander too far off, they just deserve what they're going to get. But we can just get a few over here, just to make sure that the really obvious problem areas that people are going to walk through aren't going to be. I'm pretty sure I'm doing this right. I haven't played too much with this restriction tool, but I'm pretty sure this will save us most of the time from most of the really bad things that can happen. And again, once we get the underground area exposed, there's trees down here we can start cutting down, the tower caps. Okay, creating a masterpiece. See, we should be getting like tons of these messages over and over and over again from the mugs. That was the problem. We weren't doing it properly before. Lots of thirsty people. Hopefully they're drinking. Yeah, we are running low on drinks. And I should actually get rid of this still that's up here, just to make space. There we are, this one here. Just going to remove it, and we can use that space for something else, because I want them to be brewing downstairs, because that's a much more convenient location for everyone. More masterpieces, good stuff. It's actually going to have to be a shorter video, just because of time constraints. Whoa, some migrants have arrived. Oh, right up here, right on the edge of the mountain. So our last wave was only 11, which is not huge amounts. We'll see what happens this time around. Yeah, I'm a little concerned about the amount of drink I've got kicking around. If we run out of booze, it's going to be a bad, bad day. We don't have tons of stuff kicking around. I'm surprised, you know. So as if we're concerned, what we can do is another round of gather plants. That'll give us lots of stuff to eat, but also to brew. And as I have done before, what am I looking for? This is what I'm looking for. Oh, we can check out the migration wave. 1? No, come on. Oh, I gotta do, that was my baby. Read dwarves. 13, that's not bad. We will, plant gathering. I like to turn it on for everyone, because I just tend to do it in like bursts like this, and it's like, listen, when I mark it, if there's like a food concern, everyone just go gather the plants. It won't take very long. Just get it done and come back. They're not going to be super skillful at it, but it's not a huge problem. And gives a good amount of berries. They can eat that. You could set up a little plant for some of this as well. You know, above ground farming. Build plot. Maybe down here. A 4x4 area. And we can grow some strawberries there. Just so we have another consistent supply. I'm not hugely worried, but I am a little worried. What is this thing? It looks like a downslope. Oh, it's the forge. Okay. Silver Warhammer queued up. I don't know if anyone's actually been working on creating those or not. I'll have to double check. Build well? Yes. Right over the open space. So it does need 1 block. Oh, we have too many blocks. That's what's taking up so much of our space too. I gotta stop that job. A bucket and a rope. And a mechanism. It does need it. Alright. So that'll build a thing. Where's my infinite block job? You are going to be cancelled. Because we have too many of you. Now I think they do stack up. But it's still enough. We don't have to keep busy. So someone's going to come and set up that well, and the advantage of the well is that people can lower the bucket. And it's cool because you can actually follow it going down. They will, possessed. They will, you'll run the bucket down to the lake, fill it with water, and it's going to be a good supply. You know, if you do run out of booze, that way they don't go completely thirsty, although they'll be unhappy. It just simply, like, my people are relatively unhappy now, but also certain things need water, like sick people. So, yeah, possessed, huh? Alright. Who is that anyway? Zoom to location. Oh, there he is. So he's my brewer, but what other skills does he have? Let's follow him. That's the purple exclamation mark. So he's going to go and claim Craft Dwarf Workshop. Okay, that's fine. He's picking up some stuff, so he hasn't freaked out about anything yet. He's just claimed it. So hopefully he's got all the bits that he needs. It used to be a big problem back in the day with, like, turtle shells. Oftentimes you couldn't get shells once you embarked, and he's taking wood. Oh, that's going to be a high-value artifact. No water source. Come on, I got water source. I have a well. Needs architecture. Yeah, that's another thing I can do. Turn on architecture for everyone, because it doesn't matter. They're all picking plants, though. Commit. Okay, there we go. Someone's bringing the rope down. Oh, and I actually have this room set up, but I need to place a zone like that, and then specify that it's a hospital. There. And then what people will do is they will bring certain goods here. Thread for suturing, that sort of thing. We can also... Oh, we don't have our tables yet. It's going to be a bit of a walk to actually use the well. That's not the end of the world. Lots of people freaking out. And how's the workshop going? Has been claimed. He's still gathering stuff. He's still grabbing wood. Wood and I don't know what else. There we go. He's actually starting work now. So what has he got in there? Oh, well, it's full of mugs. That's it. That's why there was no mugs. They're all just sitting here. There's no fucking storage for my mugs. Yeesh. Let's make some more wooden bins for storing goods, because I don't think we've got enough of them, actually. But we also just need more storage spaces. Which I suppose I could, like, set up a bunch here. All the noise from the mining is going to wake people up. Well, what can you do? And just because... And I'm going to move the bedrooms anyway, but also because it comes up every single video, people are always like, oh, you can't have your bedrooms near the workshops. Workshops don't make noise. It's an old myth. Or misunderstanding or something. Now, building the workshops, I believe, makes noise. And combat makes noise, so especially with a training room here, we don't want these bedrooms here. But we'll deal with that soon. Bucket construction's been completed. There we go. Someone's drinking over here. Oh, he's constructing the building still. Come on, build that well. Needs masonry. Good God. It's such an involved process. A snowstorm has come. Really? Not even any snow on the ground. There we go. Now we have a well. It even looks like a well. So, hopefully these thirsty people will come there. It's only water, which is not as good as booze. Well, what can we do? Nani Ravag, a wooden earring. Alright, let's go look at this stupid earring. Which is worth 42,000 dwarf bucks. That's pretty good. Description. This is a willow earring. All craft dwarfship is of the highest quality. It is encircled with bands of cedar and silver. This object menaces with spikes of highwood, granite, and black zircon. Oh, we did use some gems. On the item is an image of dwarves in willow. Dwarves are traveling. The artwork relates to the foundation of knife matches by the lone mines of the National Die in the early spring of 251. Is that me? Knife matches, lone mines? Yeah! There we go. We got earrings that commemorate the founding of our little fortress here, which is pretty damn awesome. Alright, yeah, so there's all these people there taking drinks of water. God, of all things. So you can see the rope. Wait. Hold on, why did I lose the... Oh, a caravan arrived. That's what happened. So where's the bucket? Rope, 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 rope. It's actually quite a long well, so it's going to take a long time to use, which is unfortunate. Oh, it's actually in the water right now. But If I unpause, there you go. You can see there's the actual bucket right here. So above is the rope, and if I unpause, there you go, you can see it pass by. And what I can do, and I quite like to do this, we need more rope, is you can build multiple wells. You can build another one here, and they will work. They don't get tangled up or anything. Alright, so what I really need to do is I need to get all these stupid mugs out of here. And the actual artifact as well. It's a big problem. As soon as one of these rooms is cleared, let's remove a designation real quick. Like that, and like that. So I want them to finish the first room, actually. I want to make a finished stockpiles good. Actually, I suppose temporarily I could convert a hallway into one. But I think just to make sure I don't run into the space problem again, I want a full stockpile just for finished goods. I often make one just for furniture as well, because I tend to have a lot of it. There we go. So now I can go back to mine this out and make that. And then P for stockpile, G for goods. Like that. There. And unpause. We had lots of idlers kicking around. Hopefully they should all wake up and start grabbing the stuff from the workshop. There we go. I don't like having this many idlers. I should probably build a bunch more workshops and put them to work there. But as long as they're hauling, things are okay. Struck smoky quartz. Yeah, we need to get a jewel crafter up soon. Then we can start encrusting our finished goods or our furniture with that. There we go, 0 idlers. As everyone's triggering and grabbing all our mugs over here. Now it's going to be a pain to move them all to the trade depot since they're not in bins. But what can you do? Do I have max bins? Yeah. All right. Oh, and we can set the wheelbarrows as well if we've got some, which I'm not sure what we do. Let's wheel wood. Make 3 more, just to be sure. Stockpile for furniture, which is U for furniture. Boom. And we'll allow a wheelbarrow there as well. What we really need are the bins. And I don't know if we've got T. The mason's workshop, is it full of blocks? It is full of blocks. So let's build a stockpile down here for blocks and bars, since we are going to have quite a bit of them. And right now they're actually cluttering in this other room, so I can actually, this one here for example, I'm going to block the blocks. Oops, that's not what I want. I want to block all. There we go. So people should pull them out of this stockpile and move them down there, which will free up another general purpose stockpile, which is going to be really, really, really handy. Alright, again, no idlers. It's going to make it a bit of a pain to get people over here, but it's not going to be the end of the world. Request a trader. Actually, we do have to wait before we actually set up the trade job, because I want to make sure all of our mugs are out of the way. It'd be nicer if they were binned. What can you do? But yeah, that's why we're having a bit of a productivity bottleneck, is because all of our workshops were completely full to the max. Oh, and I am supposed to go. I got to go, guys. Alright, so just because otherwise I'll forget, let me go and select finished goods bin. Right, I forgot we even traded that other one. Which is not usually a problem, because I usually have tons of bins and then I trade for more. And then we have a bunch of mugs kicking around, so select them all. There, now we've got stuff to trade. And unfortunately these mugs will have to be carried like one at a time, I think. Not sure if they'll get stacked in a wheelbarrow or anything like that. They may, but generally speaking, it's slow to select and even slower to get them to move, because people have got to haul the whole thing in very stupid fashion. I'm going to consider building a second doorway over here to shortcut this, although that does mean extra ways for thieves to come in and steal my gunk. At least this way they're going to mostly have to go through the military barracks. In fact, If I put doors here, I wonder if they'll shortcut through the military barracks all the time. That's not going to be good for most people, but for thieves it'd be really funny if they did that. There we go. And this is also going to clear up room in the finished goods stockpile, so we might keep getting more and more piled out. Not that I'm going to worry. I'm going to let sort of these go through, let that finish off, and then just trade them, and then that'll be the end of this video. A party at a granite table. Well, they must like the dining room pretty well because they're organizing parties. Winter has come. The Starks were right. Build chair. We don't have any. Throne. Yeah. Right, because our productivity sucks. So what I might do a little bit off screen, actually, between videos is double check my labors and get that a little bit more organized, because I've been doing this on the fly and I don't want to spend, you know, ages and ages just staring at those numbers. So that's part of our inefficiencies here. Is just the fact that I'm just smoothing the stone is that I haven't really, you know, kind of optimized all my workers. So we'll take a look at that. But there we go. We're finally getting the great mug sale of 252. Apparently we've just saved mugs for dwarves. Only dwarves are worthy of our mugs. I think we can. We've actually got some more kicking around that are not. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. Okay, so let's do a trade then. We've got our depot, our person at the depot. So we're going to select all this. Yeah, we still, the value on our mugs is not quite as high as I assumed they would be at this point. We're not creating as many masterpieces as I wanted. I will not trade the bin this time. Yeah, see, the bin has so many freaking mugs in it. It's so much handier. Okay, we will trade for some of this fuel and potash and things, because that can be kind of a pain in the ass to get. We got glass and things, and that's fine. Yeah, we'll trade for the, hold on, the cheaper ropes. We don't need fancy ropes. We don't need drums, that's for sure, or toys, or very expensive cages. We'll grab the dog cage, because why not? And more cheap animal cages, and that's fine. You see the numbers are sort of, they're not even anymore, and I think it's representative of skill and or reputation is helping us probably bring the prices down a little. It's probably enough cages. We probably turn down a request for that, actually. We will definitely, your booze barrels are fine, and frankly a few more empty barrels wouldn't hurt because the storage is a problem, but definitely we're going to prioritize grabbing a lot of booze and random occasional other barrels as well. Rum. Ale. More picks because we might need some. Some training weapons is not a bad idea. That is a very cheap steel war axe. Why is it so cheap? Wow. Iron steel mace. Sure, it's a little more expensive, but we actually have pretty good amount of money here. And steel's not terribly important for a mace, actually, now that I think about it. You know what? Our silver maces, our silver warhammers are going to do just fine. Maybe some cheap bucklers, helm there, a few gauntlets. Let's not go overboard. Dwarven sugar. Oh, too expensive. A little bit of seeds there. Some bags. The cheap ones are very handy to have around. Rock nuts, sure. Some sand might be handy, actually. We'll grab a cloth band, a little more sand, and some leather so we can craft pretty much all the one. We'll grab some silk as well. And that may be the end of it. We want to send them with a good profit, you know, build a good reputation. These are dwarves we're talking about, you know, we don't want to milk them for everything. Yeah, see, the copper bolts would be nice, but they're kind of pricey. Another iron anvil. Whoa. Okay, we'll grab two more. I know we've got some to spare, but we're actually going to want a good number of them. And you know what? We'll grab a bunch of their meat, too, because it's cheap. And different people like different types of meats. Alright, let's see if you'll accept that. Great. Excellent. Alright, that makes me really happy. So now you can conduct his meeting, and that's it. So I will, yeah, that was a good productive session. Look at that, guys. We finally sold some mugs. we're going to be renowned throughout the world for our awesome epic mugs. We're going to have to start jewel encrusting them, even though we really don't need to that much because we're going to get plenty of value out of our regular sort of generic mugs, but won't it feel good to start doing that? Anyway, that is it. See you next time, folks. Bye-bye.